for these discussions and the Republican Party as a whole. Congressman Reed Ribble of Wisconsin joins me now. Congressman, great to see you again.
Thanks, Jerry. I'm happy to be here.
All right, so it's next Friday. Come on, it's next Friday is the deadline. When are you guys going to get it together and do something?
Well, we're going to have to wait to see what the Senate has sent back to us. The word on the street is that they're offering about $20 billion in cuts. We have to see what those cuts are and what exactly this means. I'm anxious to see it.
All right, well, let's show our viewers what we're talking about here. We've had 6 continuing resolutions so far. The current CR, as I said, is expected to expire next Friday. That's April 8th. 48 House Republicans switched to no from yes on the last CR, and 25 Democrats went the other way. You know, the Democrats are saying, you know, we're coming up with some kind of compromise here. We're meeting you halfway. That might be a very good argument to voters. Voters may think, hey, the Democrats tried to meet them halfway. Will the Republicans turn them down on that?
Well, I'm not exactly certain what's going to happen yet. Once we see it, I'll have a better idea. But listen, we have compromised the whole way in this. We sent a $61 billion CR in January. Then they rejected that. And now we've had 2 continuing CRs for short terms. Those are both compromises. We would like to get the government funded for the rest of the year and get rid of all this uncertainty. But the Senate Democrats don't want to. So I think we've done plenty of compromise. Now it's their turn to come to the table.
Well, there are reports out today that the conservative Republican study plan may ask for even more cuts, bigger, deeper cuts. Can you tell us anything about that?
Sure. I serve on the Budget Committee, and interestingly enough, I'm on the Budget Task Force with the RSC. Listen, we feel there's a certain sense of urgency, not just on the Budget Committee, but in the RSC as well, that there's a certain amount of urgency as it is related to how this government is spending money. And what we're hearing from the Democratic Senate is that they want bigger government, they want more spending, and they're not really taking this serious. A $20 or $30 billion cut, while it's maybe a nice start, it's still less than 1% of total federal spending. Come on, we need to get serious about this.
I want you to respond to something Senator Harry Reid recently said. He said the infighting between the Tea Party and the rest of the Republican Party, including the Republican leadership in Congress, is keeping our negotiating partner from the negotiating table. This split between Tea Partiers and the rest of the Republicans, we're really seeing that come to the fore now, aren't we?
Well, I don't think we're necessarily seeing a big split here. We've been pretty unified on the Republican side of the aisle, quite frankly, on this whole process.
How so? I mean, come on. Every day another Tea Partier is out there saying, I can't go for this plan. I refuse to.
Sure.
They've been on my show. I see them all the time. How is that Republicans getting together?
Yeah, and I understand that, and they represent their districts, and they're giving voice to their concerns, and they're making their statements like everybody else. And listen, there's hardly any member in Congress that's been more aggressive than cutting spending than I have. And the Tea Party weighs in. They let me know what they think. But at the end of the day, we are getting things moving, and we're sending it over to the Senate. I think the bigger problem is getting Senate Democrats to vote together, and also getting the Senate to come up with some type of compromise at all.
Well,
but
you know,
I think we're going to move things forward.
The budget isn't the only issue. Jobs are another issue. You're announcing today that you formed a caucus to think about jobs. What are you going to do?
Well, I've pulled together the members of this Congress, particularly the 112, some of our freshman members that, like me, have actually run a company, like me, that just 90 days ago were actually hiring employees and creating jobs in this country. We're going to come together and we're going to prepare a white paper that we're going to give to the leadership and say, listen, if we're really serious about creating jobs, here are the types of obstacles that government has put in our way. Let's work on these things first, and hopefully out of that will come some legislative action. I want to get the people in this Congress that have actually created jobs together and part of the process here. That's what the caucus is all about.
Well, Congressman Ribble, good luck with that. We definitely want to see more jobs. That's for darn sure. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Jerry.
Well, have you heard of the website Tumblr?